And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Empyrion. Alright, so we smelted quite a bit of those awesome high-level ores. I've smelted quite a lot of them. I think they're up here. Yeah, there we are. So yeah, the Zascosium and the Erestrum. Sathium is actually a little on the low side. Neodymium is doing pretty good. And I was, crafting a bunch of stuff, and I realized that I was actually getting low on some tier 1 stuff. So iron, I was a little low on iron. Almost 3 stacks. Yeah, that's a lot, but it goes fast, especially when you start crafting ammo. Oh, does that go fast? And then copper. This is the only stack of copper I had left. So that was it for copper, which kind of was alarming. And then cobalt, yeah, that's it for cobalt right there, 217. So yeah, I went out and did a lot of mining in the Ladybug there. I upgraded the drill heads on this beast, and yeah, it mines fast. It's a little derpy, and it flops around, and hovercrafts for some reason have a tendency to stick to walls. So when you're like digging down to the ground, it'll like stick to one wall or something. It's really bizarre, but it made short work of those deposits. And yeah, I basically filled up both of these cargo boxes with ores. And let's see, where did I put those? There they are. So iron, we've got ample amounts of iron. This is all from this planet. So yeah, way more iron than I thought I was going to pick up, but yeah, and then more cobalt and then more copper. And so I've got that stuff smelting over here, basically just going, every other one is a different ore. So iron, copper, cobalt, iron, copper, cobalt, iron, copper, cobalt, stuff like that. And yeah, it's gonna give me a lot more resources. For now, I would like to build the Mark II jumper, because I tore down the regular Mark I jumper. I dismantled it, and so I want to get to the new one. So let's go over here. All my components, I threw a little chest over here. All these components came off the Mark I, and I want to grab all the things, or as much as can fit right now. Okay, so I've got a little Sathium and Silicon already, but let's put some of this stuff. Mobile constructor. Really? SVHV. Interesting. Bingo. That was a lot. That was a lot of stuff there. Okay, and then rocket launcher homing should boost up my advanced ores. Get those. Not sure what the railgun will do. Oh, that's actually not too bad. And then this thing. So all I have left is like just a smattering of iron ingots, and you can see the craft time started at, I don't know, 50 minutes, almost an hour, and I got it down to 1 second just by feeding it those few components. So this, I mean, we're talking what, 40, 50, 60, 40, 50, 60, 31 thereabouts. So I need 3 more. There it is. And this is why I wanted to go out and get some of those basic ores. And it's done already. Okay, I'm gonna go slap it in over here, just because this is kind of an out of the way place. And flexible jumper Mark II. And we're going to spawn you in right here. So this is the Mark II version of the jumper, and it's got some really advanced guns on it. As you can see, we've got the regular rocket launchers that was on before, and then we got the homing ones, and then we got a railgun right there, and the Gatlings are on the outside now, and we've got railguns on the inside, and yeah, massive amount of power for this thing now. Okay, so I would like to actually, I'd like to put some more RCSs in this thing. I know we have space for them. Just because if I'm gonna be fighting with this thing, like the POIs and such, I'm gonna want a serious amount of maneuverability with this thing. So I'm gonna try to put some more. I'm gonna try to put some more of those RCSs on, just to see if we can't squeak out a little bit more throughput on that. So I'm gonna disassemble, because we can. I mean, there's a lot of room in here. I'm not gonna put a warp drive in here for reasons. We don't really need a warp drive in here because we're gonna have another really tough ship, a capital ship. We're gonna build, where is it? CV prefab, this one here. We're gonna try to build this thing. Look at the craft time, 4 hours 25 minutes. Well, I've got all the components from the last capital vessel I tore down. All of these can go in there, and then I crafted up a ton, basically 1,000 combat steel, which should go a long ways in how long it's going to take to craft this, because of all of this sathium that I mean, I'm not sure how much 1,000 combat steel is going to, you know, take away this sathium, but I'm hoping it's a lot, because I do have some more. Here's some more hardened steel and steel plates. I basically tore down the where is it, over here, the back part of the Titan. I tore that all apart, and then the abandoned mine I also went through and tore just a massive amount of stuff out of the abandoned mine. The multi-turret on top of this is phenomenal for taking stuff out. It's so fast. It's beautiful. I also got some more promethium, because I want to craft up a ton of the sweet let's see, we are in components right here. I want to get a bunch of these fusion cells so we can power our new vessels. How are you doing here? Okay, you're doing pretty good. So I need a little oxygen for this thing over here. Just get this up and running. There we go. And let's put away those, and let's grab, I want to grab the RCSs, and let's put some of these in this ship, see if we can't get a little bit more maneuverability out of it. Okay, so let's sneak in back here, why not? Get them all nice and right down the center. No reason to do that, but right down the center. That way they're very protected. Very protected. And let's put back the passenger seats. There we go. Not sure why that weren't showing me. And of course, I need to recolor them. So let's grab our color tool. Oh. 1, 2, 3. So there. Now we have 10 more RCSs in this beast, and we should be pretty well off as far as maneuverability. I'm hoping that that makes a big difference, because we need this thing to cruise around and be very, very fast. So we have railguns, rocket launchers, homing rocket launchers, and Gatling guns. So let's figure out what ammo we need to make for those. Let's put the color tool back. Okay, so this is ammo. I do believe I've got a metric ton of bullets somewhere. Where did I put those bullets? There they are. So there are a ton of 15mm bullets. Remember, we ran out of these last time, so I want to put a bunch of these in. And then we need some rockets, I think. Yeah, there's the 130mm. So if we also look, I added these two here. This one I used to process and make some of the more complex intermediates. So these Zhaikadom alloys, really, really long to craft those. So I can just craft those in another one and bring them over here, and then it'll just speed up whatever this thing has to craft. Let's see, I got lots of neodymium in there, and sathium is fine, and I'm waiting for this to sort of process as much as possible. But if we want to look at homing missiles, I've pre-crafted 1,000 oscillators, 1,000 Aurystrum gel, 1,000 cobalt alloy, 2,000 electronics, and 1,000 Zhaikadom alloys. And the reason I pre-crafted all of those is because these advanced things take a ton of those resources. So you can see the railgun bullets. 3 of these Zhaikadom alloys, 3 of them each, and it only makes 6 of the railgun bullets. That is harsh. So if we look at the small vessels, I have Gatling guns. Those are already taken care of. The railguns uses the power coil, but the railgun bullets are what we're after. And then we don't have a pulse laser or a plasma cannon. A rocket launcher, we've already got the missiles. The homing rocket launcher takes the 135mm H missile. And I'm not sure what makes it a homing missile, because I've never seen them actually home in on anything. But here's the H missile here. So I want, let's see, 100 would make 500. And these use, that would use 500 cobalt alloy. Ouch. Ouch. Railgun bullets, 100 of these would make 600 railgun bullets. And that would use 300 of this Zhaikadom alloy. I think that's going to be worth it. Okay, and then I want 100 of these. I might need to craft up some more cobalt alloy. That's why I went and farmed or mined up some more cobalt. For that reason alone is enough, because that cobalt alloy is a nightmare to craft. So some of these really advanced things we'll get into when we create our new capital vessel, and we'll see what the weapons that are actually on them. And that's why I got the Aurystrum gel, because any of these plasma charges, or a lot of these take that special Aurystrum gel, which is not cheap to make. So this will give us railgun bullets and some homing missiles, and I think that rounds out. I've already got the regular missiles on me, so I can put those away. I might want to craft up some more of those, some of those regular missiles. So let's try... This is just steel plate and promethium. And that's why I got, you know, steel plate and promethium in there, is because a lot of that is being used. And the oscillators are used when you come into these really high level missiles. So yeah, we're gonna build up quite a lot. The other thing I want to build, now that we have a pretty intense amount of material, I want bases. I would like a repair bay. Armored concrete blocks. Really? Really? What does that take? Cement. Okay, well, we've got ample amounts of that. Okay, let's go back to devices and put it. I want to. Ooh, look at all. Look at all those things. That is a lot of really advanced tech right there. A lot of advanced tech. Wow, that is crazy. One of these repair bays. How is this doing? Yep. Another reason why I went out and got a bunch of that stuff. I might actually need some more silicon. I've only got like roughly three stacks left. And, you know, the silicon deposits on this planet are kind of tiny. We got one big one up here, 1200. I think is like the biggest size that we've got up here. So there's another 800. No, that's iron. Promethium. Yeah, there's like no, look at there's like no ores right in this area. I've been through this planet a few times, and it's just shocking how few ores there are. So yeah, there's only 3 silicon deposits on this whole planet. So if we look at our sector map, let's look at Skillion here. Copper, promethium, iron, promethium, silicon. So there's a silicon right there. I might be able to go to Skillion and grab some more silicon, depending on how big those deposits are. I could always go to Ningi's. I want to get out and explore more of this sector, this solar system, and I think that we're gonna have to go out somewhere, find bigger silicon deposits. But I want to use my ladybug here and mine it super duper fast. Even though it's hard to control and it's kind of derpy, it still is way faster than doing it by hand. Way faster. Okay, so let's get the repair bay going. I would like this thing to be right in here somewhere. So let's I'm gonna disassemble. Whoop. Didn't really know where the block switch was. There we go. There's a repair bay. So now I can like take a ship. Oh, get up there. I'll turn it on. And we can head over here. Let's turn some lights on. So if this thing is damaged anyway, we can turn it off. Get out. You can hear that? That's the repair bay. Repairing up all the little block damages and stuff. So if anything is damaged, even one hit point, that thing will just go through the whole ship and repair the whole thing. And it's nice. It takes an enormous amount of power when it does it. If we look at the control panel and we look at repair bay, energy in, 25 megawatts of energy in. That's an enormous amount of power. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's a lot of power. So make sure you have at least enough power to drive that thing, otherwise your whole base might suffer as a result. It looks like these are done. So let's go put the railgun bullets away. Put them in this side here. I'd like to craft up a bunch more of those, but obviously it's going to be tough because of the cost. So if we look at that again, railgun bullets, 3 Zhaikadom. So if I want more, if I want another 1,000 of that, that Zhaikadom alloy is not cheap to make. It's 5 Aurystrum, 5 Zhaikadom. So 5 stacks. Oh, I think it's up here. Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's exactly 5,000 of each of those tier 3 ores, and yeah, we're gonna go into this one again, dump all those away, and then turn it off, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then turn it back on, and it should start processing. The reason I turn it off is it's just a little easier to queue it all up without it depleting the numbers, and it's a little bit more obvious. And so now that we've processed a couple, I can take these 5 and do in here, and by the time it gets to the end, this one here, it should be able to, you know, it should be an even amount pretty much across the board. So that's the Zhaikadom. I need to do another round of cobalt alloy in there. Look at the cobalts are, how much we depleted it just making that one repair bay. Almost half. Alright, so I need to let this... Got a lot of processing to do, and I like to do that in between episodes as much as I possibly can. Got lots and lots and lots of stuff. I'd like to get some more cake, because it only is available for a short time. Oh, do we have water? It's glorious. I've gotten ready now to craft the, let's see, building blocks here. The steel here. I need 360 of these in order to build my farming capital vessel. And it uses cobalt alloy to build. So that's one of the reasons why I needed more cobalt, is I need to craft up some more cobalt alloy, because 360 cobalt alloy, if we look at that component, I mean, cobalt ingot 3, iron ingot 2 for each one of them. So for 360 of these, you times that by 3, you're looking at well over 1,000 cobalt ingots to craft 360 of those. So it's just, yeah, we needed more resources. So cobalt I mined a ton of cobalt, so I just needed the iron and the copper and all that kind of good stuff too. Alright, well, that'll do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.